Should
Cool.
I do a countdown, like a drum roll, like
Sure, why not?
five,
What the
4, 3, 2, 1?
heck?
All right, so we are live.
Cool. Hi, Brad. How's it going? Never did the live thing before, so this is gonna be fun.
Good. So I'm actually going to close this out because I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
You got it.
All right, so we should be okay now. Can you hear
Cool.
me okay?
I can. Yeah, you're right. Before there was a little bit of feedback, but I can hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah, great. There's like a delay, so if you do it and you're watching it too, it's a little bit freaky.
That is weird.
So we are live in the High Achievers Network with Michele Marie, the famous Michele Marie.
Right? Because I don't even need a last name. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. So how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm really good. Everything's crazy, but what isn't in life? So I'm here. Just hearing a little bit of feedback from you.
Yeah, is that okay now?
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh, it's funny. I can hear myself again. So if I ignore myself talking twice, I think we're going to be really good. as long as you can hear just one voice.
I hear perfectly. So just if you don't have it closed out, you might want to close out Facebook. You can just close it out entirely.
I have that on there. That's probably the problem. All right, where'd you go? Let's see. There we go. Oh, so much better. Perfect.
So it's such a privilege to have you here. We'll have about 15 minutes or so, but I just wanted to ask you some questions about what you're doing. So just be able to add value to the High Achievers Network, and then hopefully add some value to you as well.
Yeah.
Those people that I've interviewed and that I work with, they always know I'm working on multiple tiers. That's what I pride myself on. So
Right.
hopefully we'll be able to do that for the group. So my first question is and this comes a little bit funny, but I did a little bit of video last week or last night actually about a journey that I was on in discovering my own brilliance and then helping people discover theirs. So my first question for you is, who are you?
Who am I? That's really a really tough question. I'm a lot of things, but I'm really fortunate actually to be, I don't know, like to be able to do everything that I want to do and have really gotten to know myself and build a business on it. So who am I? What? Business-wise, personally, all of it. Gosh,
However you want to speak
loaded.
into that.
That's so loaded. I'm a serial entrepreneur, man. I'm a lifestyle revolutionist. I don't think that we have to live a certain way. And I really like to help people really figure out who they are and then build businesses based on that and based on authentic connections and really being able to help people that need them. And where I love that I think this is the perfect time in the whole history of time for me to be on this earth because we can connect with so many people. We wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't have this, technology. So for me, this is so key because like not everybody is going to vibe with you. So it's like you can connect with so many different people. And I like to try to teach people to do that too. So it's nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
Great answer. Great answer. I love your energy. Every time we talk, I love your energy.
Thank you. Yours too. Likewise.
So that's a great answer. So that's who you are. Tell me a little bit about like who you are in business and what types of things are you doing right now.
All right. Cool.
So I had the message that said, live with Michele, like personal brand strategist. So talk to me about a little bit about that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I know we only have 15. And of course, if anybody wants to know anything more, we can always talk. But basically, I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I always wanted to do my own thing. A couple of years ago, I took this amazing course, B School by Marie Forleo, taught me how to authentically connect with people online. At the same time, I started working for a network marketing company. That I loved the science, like they're biohackers. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in this, this is going to be huge. And when I started reaching out to people, I felt like a jerk. Like I did, I knew I loved the company. but I felt like all the practices were just so sleazy and like for myself. Okay. I'm not a numbers girl. So for me, it was like, it just felt like I was being a completely different person. So basically what I do is I merge the two things together. And instead of being a network marketer, I like to I don't know, I like network entrepreneur better. Um,
Mhm.
Socialpreneur, somebody who connects people online. And basically what I do is my niche is that, you know, professional network entrepreneurs who are trying to build their business. And what I do is I help them build a personal brand first and then build a social media strategy around that personal brand. And number one always for them is they have to know who they serve. And so it can be authentic and you have to really get to know what their pain points are. And I help people to discover those things through surveys, through email marketing, through personal brand development, through social media strategies, through all the stuff that I learned how to do in this heart-centered online marketing course. And I like that, but I think that it's so funny because I still say all the time to people, I'm like, well, who do you serve? And they're like, everyone. And I'm like, no, you don't. You really don't. Like, you really need to get that through your head. And I think that in the very beginning of my journey as trying to build my side gig over there, like I thought the same thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? Everybody needs to be healthy. Everybody wants this. And that's where you got frustrated. It's like, because not everybody does, because it's really about people joining you and not people just buying your stuff. Otherwise, they could go down to Target or Walmart or whatever. So when you're a distributor or you're working like, you know, in direct sales and you really want to take yourself, you know, that business seriously, you really need to like think about who it is that you're serving. You know? So that's kind of like what I do. Basically, help professional network entrepreneurs build a personal brand and a social media strategy to surround it. That's heart-centered.
I love that. I love that. So every time we talk, that heart-centered thing comes up. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, it's true.
Because that sets you apart. But we'll get into that. So, so tell me. So the next question is, how did you get started in what you're currently doing?
Again, just always knowing that I had a bigger purpose and just never giving up. And like when this didn't work, I would do this and this and that. Like I would just keep going until finally all of those pieces sort of fit together in exactly what I'm doing now. And through hardships in my life that I've had to search through things, through gains, through everything, I just never gave up, and everything just sort of I just followed my heart. You know what I mean? Like when I was like, I really want to learn more about this and I didn't know why, I did it anyway, you know? And then I knew that's why, I mean, spirituality and the connection part is so important to me. And it all meshes together. So I don't really know how I ended up here, to be honest. I think that we all have our own journey, you know, and you just have to just do what you feel like you should be doing. And for me, it was like, I love people, and I'm a bartender too. So like, I love talking to people and connecting with people, and I think they're amazing. And as far as the company that I joined, that was a huge business opportunity for me. I could really see the opportunity in that. And then it just so happened that I got grouped together with all of these other network marketing professionals that I was like, these guys have grit, you know, and determination, and entrepreneurs have this amazing, they just fall down, they just get right back up, you know, and they just do it over and over and over again. So that's how I found my tribe. And
Awesome.
yeah, and as far as teaching them how to be themselves, how hard is that? You know, it's like it's tough to be able to be the kind of, it's harder to do it for ourselves and say, okay, who am I? It's easier for somebody else to ask you questions and for you to be like, oh, I'm really starting to understand who it is that I serve and who I am, if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. I absolutely love that. I just got off the phone with the gentleman who is fantastic, and we had a very similar conversation. I'm all about helping people lean into themselves and find their inner brilliance, right? That's why my company is called Build Brilliance. It's helping people lean into that and discover who they are so they can radiate like beautifully in the world. And that's my passion. I love that yours is heart-centered as well, and helping people find their brand. And those are similar things, but very different at the same time. I love that.
I know. How crazy is that? I think the same thing. Sometimes I'm just like, you guys don't, it's not a rush to the finish. It's like, there's 7 billion people. You can't serve everybody. It really is about creating your own community of people that you can really be there for, who will go to bat for you, who know that you really do care about them. And we're really blessed to be able to have these places, to be able to take care of people that we want to take care of,
No doubt about it. Without
Yeah.
question, I'll go to bat for you, Michele.
I'll go to bat for you too, man.
I want to give a little shout out to Chris Reese and Tracy and Corey, who are all joining us. So thank you for that. And thank you for the love and support, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Or gals, I should say, guys and gals. So what makes you unique? What makes you, I would call this, your unique brilliance. What makes you stand out, Michele?
I'm a spiritual badass.
Nice.
I really am. Like, I am very soft and spoken, but like, I'm really tough too. Like, I think that I have I walk the walk, man. Like, if I say I'm going to do it, I definitely do it. And I want to bring people with me. There's something about being sort of soft and spiritual, but tough at the same time, I guess you could say. Like, I've been through a lot of really hard times over the last couple of years, and religion and spirituality and the universe have always been very important to me, and I've always been connected. And I used to say, I don't know, going through all of those hard times have made me have an edge spiritually as well. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I'm determined to get people out of their shell, and I'm determined to shake them up and be like, you don't have time, dude. Like, do it, because you don't want to have any regrets at the end of your life. So I think that, and one of the frustrating things that I see when you're learning things online, when you're doing stuff, is that people will tell you 1,000,001 things, but they don't do it. Like, a lot of instructors, and I love them because I've learned a ton. I would not know half the things, not even anything that I've known, if I didn't, get taught by all these amazing people on their webinars and their YouTube channels and all of it. But I like to do what I say I'm going to do. So when I tell people I'm doing something and I say, hey, listen, create this content, this is what we're going to do this week, I do it too. So they see. So like, that's about being a leader, I'm just, I don't know, like I like to walk the walk. I think that makes me a little bit more different than a lot of the things that are going on out there. And it really is about being connected with who you are, really knowing like the kind of person that you are and how you want to put yourself out there.
I love that. That's awesome. So that speaks integrity to me. But the term integrity, though, is relative. In certain terms, there's so many people have different definitions of it. But walk the talk and talk the walk. I love that. So yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
You know what's funny too is I used to get so nervous. And I tell people this too. Like, I used to get so nervous about like, okay, I should write this stuff down and like really figure out what it is I'm going to say. And I don't do that anymore. So a lot of the time I really feel like I talk in circles. So I apologize if I do.
That's like, your energy.
But when I tell you, like, I literally will jump on and just speak my truth, man. Whatever comes out, I'm guided. That's all I have to say.
I love it. I love that. No, your energy is awesome. That's one of the first things. The first time we connected, I was like, wow, that is amazing. So I come off in a little bit different way. I have a little bit like, as a maximizer, I'm a little more like, how can I stretch you? Like, what can I do? You know, but you're just like, I don't know. That heart-centered thing is truly, it shines in you. And I love that. So
thank you. That's huge. That's huge for me. Thanks.
So I didn't want to make this, too long. I could talk to you for hours and hours and hours, but, and I'm looking to see if anybody had any specific questions. I see some shout outs there. They say good info. Knowing your target market is key.
Yeah.
But so in terms of personal branding and strategy, is there any advice, like, so coming from where you're coming from, the spot that you're in right now, is there any advice that you might give to someone who knows that they need to just zero in a little bit on their brand strategy, something that we can offer to the High Achievers Network here?
Yeah.
Just like a little nugget for them. And no, I didn't ask you this question up
I
front.
know you didn't. You're really throwing me under the bus. Not really. Not really. Not really.
I'm here to stretch you.
Yes, I know. I like that. I like that. This is good stuff. You know, truthfully, it really has to be knowing you first. The purpose, like why are you doing what you're doing? You know, the people, who are you trying to reach? You know, really get clear onto who those people are first. And then and finding your sweet spot. Like there's this thing called like your unique, awesome proposition, right? And there's all the things that your ideal customer needs. And what happens with old marketing and when, you know, being a store is that they're very separate. You've got how amazing you are as a person, and you've got all these things that this person needs. Everything in between is just like, there's nothing there. You know, it's no sales, it's no passion, nothing. When you can mix the two together with really getting to know what your customer needs with how you serve them, everything in the middle is like you, it's your brand, it's how you serve. And that's where your sweet spot is. So I teach people to really try to find out how you can best serve those people, what they need, and how they want it delivered. You know, that's your brand, that's who you are, that's your story. And you have lots of different types of customers too, and that's a whole nother story. But as far as like building a personal brand, really know what you want. Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? You know, and who are you?
Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. So what I'm taking from that, and I'm paraphrasing, but this is kind of like in my thinking, right? So what I do is trying to help, and this is just one of the similar conversations I've had over the pattern that I've had this week with people, is I was using the analogy of a TV. So we know what the picture looks like when we look at the TV, right? We're watching it. But we also know in our mind's eye what those little individual pixels look like. We've seen them before. We've seen pictures of them or whatever. And so all those little pixels put together one picture. And it sounds to me like what you just described, that's the picture that I got too. So that ties into vision, but it also ties into branding. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, totally. It absolutely makes sense, because all of those little things about you are what people are going to be attracted to. And people don't follow companies, they follow people. So you've got to put your best foot out there, and you've got to always provide value. And you need to think about the people that you want.
Well, can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
You just had a little nugget there. You said people don't what? People don't follow companies, they follow people.
They do. That's why Jesus, like seriously, that's why Jesus was just like, he didn't even have to say anything. He was like, you follow me. Right? And they were like, yes, sir, we're going where you're going. You're feeding like this amazing energy. So if you do that and you concentrate on that and your story and be truthful about who you are, and people are like, they know you. There's so much fakeness and so much smoke and mirrors out there. And I did it too. And I know it, because I was like, oh, I'm going to be a professional and I'm going to go put this nice picture on here. And I'm like, that's not who I am. You know what I mean? People don't want to hang out with that, because then when I show up, they're like, I don't even know who you are. You know, you're taught, you know, everyone's, you know what I'm saying? You got to be real.
Yes. Yeah. That shotgun approach it's out there. I keep it getting put into groups that I know nothing about. I just said to somebody, like, I think I just got put into a group this morning about something about little blue dogs. Like, I don't know the little blue dog. Why do you keep putting me in your group?
I know.
Please stop it.
It's so cool to be able to really connect with these people and really help them figure out why they're so awesome. What unique things do you bring to the table? And,
awesome. And
people will be attracted to that no matter who you are. You know, I get the same thing what happens with direct sale. I see these little, like, because I'm in the direct sales community, right? I see these, what do you call them? Like ladders all the time. Follow me, I'll follow you. And I'm always like, guys, that doesn't work. How is your ladder helping to add that? Like, how is that helping you? You're just growing your numbers, but you're doing absolutely nothing. If you go to those pages, there's no engagement. There's nothing going on in that group. There's nobody supporting one another. You want to create a community around who you are and who you serve.
Love it. Community, connection, chemistry, love all those things. They're all posted at the top of my group. So thank you for that. And so Ashley, apparently she loves what you said about people don't follow companies, they follow people. Wow, amazing advice, she said. Thanks for joining us, Ashley.
Thanks, Ashley.
So how do people get in touch with you if they were looking to get into some branding strategy or do something with that regard? Like, how would they get in touch?
So right now, like you can hop over to Michelle Marie Lifestyle Revolutionist. So if you go to facebook.com/lifestyle revolutionist.
Actually, if you're in the Achievers Network, you can go right up to recommended admin. It's
That's
right
up
up.
there. Yeah.
It's right up top. Just look right up top. You'll see Revolution, Lifestyle
Yes,
Revolutionaries.
revolutionaries. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm teaching a ton. I'm just like throwing up information all over the place, trying to kind of get a feel of what people
Well,
need.
that's a heck of a visual. Thanks for that.
I'm sorry. How can I have said that nicer? Sprinkle? Just sprinkle that everywhere. But I put a ton of info in there right now just to kind of get a feel of what people are doing. I'm working with Jenna Sword on launching a course in 30 days. So like hop on now while you can and gather as much, because then it's going to kind of all be more organized. And I'm launching a beta course in 30 days, which will help people really hone in on their personal brand and their marketing strategy. So right now, I'm just giving everything up. I'm just saying, how do you guys like best to learn? How can I help you with this? Doing a lot of, I'm just helping a lot of people right now because I like it, and having one-on-ones and, getting information from them, because whatever, I don't know, the more you give, the more you receive. And so I'm getting a ton of really quality information from people that need help. Sometimes when this is the thing that stinks, is like when you know something, you think everybody knows it. And so some like language can sometimes be like, Michelle, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know what opt-in, blah, 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 or email optimization is. And I'm thinking, I thought we do. So all of this together in the Lifestyle Revolutionaries group is really helpful for all of us. I want to change the way the network marketing community or socialpreneurs connect with each other, because it's an amazing model, and most big companies are taking their products out of big box stores and giving them into the hands of people because it's word of mouth, and that's the best advertising that you can have. So I just don't want it to be dirty.
Love that.
Trying to clean it up,
Nice. Love it. Yeah, no, I also just had a conversation recently about one of the biggest breakthroughs I had in my life, which was realizing that we all don't don the same prescription. So achievement is huge for me, and it's just come so easily. And for years, I assumed everybody else did it too.
Yeah.
And it took me 40 years really to discover what my strength was, what my talent is, not necessarily my strength, but my talent. And it came through a group of people. It was a group of 12. Not long story short, but I went around the room and I was like, "Oh, you're good at this, and you're good at that, and you're good at this, and you're good at that." And they were like wowed and amazed. And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Everybody does that."
Right.
And they're like, know. And it was I had to have a deep, long conversation after that, because I thought I was all fuzzy what they were saying to me. Like, I didn't get it. That's a breakthrough, right?
Right.
And I realized that one of my talents is helping people discover their talents. And so that totally ties into exactly what you're doing as well. So being able to recognize that and zero in on that and help people grow. I love it. Serving is tremendous.
Isn't it awesome? And the thing is that when you do something so easily, that's because that's the gift that was given to you. Somebody could like whip up a pair of socks in 2 seconds from a thing of yarn. Like, don't even ask me to do that.
I'm with you. Though, if somebody wants to send me a pair, I'll take a pair though.
Right? People could just be like whipping that stuff up and be like, well, what do you mean? That's the thing that's so beautiful, is that everybody has something. And when it comes easily like that, I don't know, you don't recognize it sometimes as it's something to you that's unique to you.
Love it. I love it. So I want to thank you for your time. Just before we get off, tell me exactly one more time how people can get in touch.
Yeah. Right on your page, right?
Well, besides that.
Yeah. So go to Lifestyle Revolutionist Facebook. Well, go to the facebook.com/Lifestyle Revolutionist, and you can join the Lifestyle Revolutionaries group. That's where a lot of the magic happens in there.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for being within the group and adding value to everyone who's able to see it. Yeah, I appreciate you, and I know we'll connect again soon.
Oh, so. We will. Definitely. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. We'll talk soon.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.